They're coming. Let's go. Into the boat. Go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Run. Flick the lever. Oh, get it through. I think I'm safe. Oh, God. So, yeah. So, hey, guys. Today is... Wait, what's the sign say? Look behind you. Bad acting aside, I want to thank you guys for 200 subs. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for leaving a comment. Because whenever you subscribe to me, I get a little bit happier. Whenever you click on my video and add the view counter by 1, whenever it reaches 100, I do a little happy dance. And thank you for commenting because it gives me something to read when I'm bored. Now, what I have for you today is a 3x3 flush door. And it closes like that, opens like that. However, it is not the smallest. My friend Trax's is the smallest. His is 260 blocks, but it doesn't work in bucket because bucket's retarded. And a couple of my friends, Captain DC Raven and Daedric Creeper, have made the second smallest. Theirs is 264. However, it's border dependent, I mean like chunk border dependent, it's directional, it's coordinate dependent, it is somewhat broken in bucket, it is directional, and it is almost pretty broken in vanilla. However, mine is the third smallest at 270 blocks, so not too much of a difference between the three, and this one works everywhere. It works in bucket, it works in spigot, it works in all directions in vanilla, it works in everywhere, basically. You can turn it inside in, outside out, and it'll still work. I don't know how you would do that though. Alright, so it is a pretty big build, so as you just saw, I'm going to probably be cutting around a lot, because the parts are hard to memorize for me, just a little bit. No, it's actually because I screw up on my recordings after a while. I'm pretty much guaranteed to screw it up after the 5-minute mark, so I have to cut it up into bits, just so I don't say retarded stuff. And it is a pretty difficult build, so I'm probably going to be labeling it as a level 4, so keep that in mind that this is a bit tough if you're resource light or something in survival. Here, let me just build the floor and the walls and stuff so you have a good reference point of where to place these pistons. And then you're going to need one last set up here, facing down, there, and then there and there. So we're all good, except I broke that accidentally. There we go, and that's screw up number 1. So you're going to need to find your input block, and if I can place blocks, input block is there, right there, going into a repeater, going into the piston. Then after that point it gets really complicated. Over here you have repeaters going into blocks, which go into dust, which go into more repeaters, into blocks, going into dust. So just follow me as best as you can. Pause the video if you need. Grab your resources, whatever happens or something. So that's it for that part over there. Now I'm going to need to grab a couple things over here. Comparator, and then furnace, furnace. I'm going to place my furnace back in there, and then dust over there. The command block will take care of the weather. Have a repeater on 2 there, then the block. Have a diagonal dust going like that. I'm going to need a half slab now. Then place the dust like that, and then a repeater, so the top part is almost working, except for this side over here and stuff. So actually the top part is working. Let's just say it's working, except for that middle block, which is actually part of the bottom circuit. So you're gonna need another piston and a normal piston and a redstone block right now, just like that. And then this integrates really well with the Jeb door circuit. Integrates really well with the 3x3 doors thing. So they use each other's parts very well. That sounded very sexual, but I didn't mean it to be. So have a repeater there, and then on 3, and then that goes into your 3x3 door opening circuit, or closing circuit, I guess, and stuff. So just like that, and then have a block there, and then a piece of dust there. So the side will perfectly work, and the 3x3 door will be broken because I haven't inputted into it. I just moved blocks around. So to do that, have a piece of dust there. I'm going to need a bucket of water and a cauldron. So bucket of water there, cauldron there, or I guess other way around. And then we don't need those anymore, so I'll just put those aside. And then we're done with the closing, except for this bottom left one, which is actually part of the opening, kind of. So that's all good, and then we just need to finish this piston and retract that last block. So you're going to need more redstone blocks. You're going to need to place one block below that, so it'll be butted, and then another one over here, so it'll power that one. And this is actually both a monostable and a direct input into the this bottom piston. So you're going to need a repeater on 4 there going into that, and then over here you're going to need an L shape over like that. And if you don't want to the piston to spaz out, put a half slab there, otherwise the block will be perfectly fine. This piston, that is, that one. So the closing works perfectly now, just like that. As you see, this is the solid input, so that goes into that, and that happens. There's not much to describe there. However, when it retracts, as you see, it's a falling edge. It's a built-in falling edge monostable, because that turns off, and then there's a tick before this piston gets powered again, so it'll just pulse, and it'll perfectly work. It does exactly what we need. Have 2 repeaters on 2, so total of 4 ticks there, and then have a piece of dust, a block, and then a torch to finish off the first step of retracting that middle block. And then you have to come all the way back around, come into this part over here, and have a repeater on 3. Dang, Minecraft placing bugs. And then have that go into that block, going into that dust. Now, hopefully you guys got that all, because this is now working. I actually forgot to tell you guys how to extend it, like that input, if you want to get it from somewhere else. So before I teach you how all this works, just place 2 dust there, and then you can input from any of the dust after that. I'm gonna have go around like that, and then so it'll still work. And that's it for this little segment. And once again, if you just want to learn how to build it, thank you for watching. And of course, if you want to learn how it works and stuff, then continue watching. So first, this piston is getting powered by that repeater, along with the one on this side, because of this block butting it. And then over here we have it powering that, and then a repeater on 2. So this repeater isn't actually needed to power these pistons anymore, because that one is. This repeater is actually powering that block, which is powering the dust on this side. So when this piston extends, it'll push this block over, this piston over here, where it'll get immediately butted because it was in transit when this dust lit up. So this will be extended when as soon as it gets moved, and that's nice. And then of course that just wraps around back into that block, into this repeater on 2. So these guys have enough delay to both extend and retract these pistons, and of course these 2 will be powered by this dust over here. And then after that, well, not after that, but during that, this dust lights up, which powers this repeater, powers the piston, and then of course that gets this turns the comparator to power this dust. So this will be extended for just a little bit longer, which is why we need to loop around, have more delay, going into this repeater, powering these pistons for an extended time, so they could retract it when this gets unpowered. So also happening is this repeater is powering these 2 dust, powering this whole jeb door contraption thing over here. And if you're wondering how that guy gets powered, because this dust is not pointing into it, as you guys know, it's actually getting butted from this one above, and since all of it's happening at the same time, it's instant butting, so thank goodness for that. And down here we have a piston with a redstone block, a sticky piston, but that is also getting butted as well, because as it's diagonal, as you see, so we need this piston to update that. And then that goes into a repeater powering many things at once. So first it powers this bottom part over here, this bottom last jeb door that gets pushed out, and then it'll activate. And then it'll also start up the 3x3 door contraption. That this piston gets powered, turns on the comparator. So for this will be extended for a little bit. So right now it'll be extended, and then after all that stuff has happened over there, this repeater will turn off this, so that'll retract, and this will not be powered anymore, so it'll just spit the block out. And then standard 3x3 door stuff after that, this turns back on, so this gets pushed into there, and then this piston gets extended as well. So since that comparator is already being powered by the cauldron, it'll extend it one last time, so it'll be pushed like that. And then this torch actually is also powering both this piston over here and then its friend over there, the part of the jeb door circuit. I'll show you where that is from another angle. This one, and then that one over there. So that just gives it the extra delay to pull back the piston when it's powered over here. And then on this side, of course, we have the monostable, as I said earlier. It's very fancy how it works. I love it. So that power, when this retracts for a little bit, that'll just unpower that dust, leaving this torch to turn on for a split second, powering this piston, and then over here you're just going to this happens as well. So these actually turn on that one, and this turn on for the same time, except this one only turns on for a little bit, so it'll just quickly grab the block when it's in the middle position over here, right there. So that'll be retracted to there, and then this piston will be up there, and then this one over here just pulls it back down. So it's like that. And then 3 ticks after that, as you see, it's getting for 4 ticks and then 3 ticks. So 3 ticks after this one retracts that. Then we'll reuse the cauldron over here, so that'll pulse up, powering that block, powering that piston, which will finally grab this block over here. Now it's really fancy, and maybe you understood it, maybe you didn't. But thank you guys for watching, and until next video, goodbye.